Today we are starting the syllabus of 9th class science. It's our first class today, so we will be starting from the very beginning. In the 9th class science subject, we have got 3 separate sections. First is the physics, second is the chemistry, and third is the biology. In the physics part, we have got 6 chapters. The first one is motion, the second chapter is forces and laws of motion, the third chapter is work, energy and power, the fourth is gravitation, the fifth is flotation, and the last one is sound. Today we will be starting from motion. So I will write first the subject. So what is the subject? Physics. And our first topic is motion. Let me tell you one thing. In common days, we intermingle 2 words. One is motion and the other is movement. There are 2 words actually. One is motion and the other is movement. We often mix up these 2 words, but these 2 words are quite different. Okay? First of all, let me tell you what actually movement is. Movement simply means change in position. Of an object. Okay? If any object changes its position, it simply means movement. For example, I have this marker in my hand. Now I am changing the position of this object. So this marker is now in movement. I am walking, so I am changing my position. Simple. It simply means movement. But the motion is something else. Motion is a scientific term. And it's a simple term. So what actually motion means? What motion means actually? It is the change in the position of an object with respect to a fixed point. Try to understand. With respect to a fixed point called point of reference. Look, in this definition, there are so many things you might not be knowing. One is position. The next is point of reference. 2 things are there. One is position, like it is change in position. And the other thing is point of reference. So we should understand these 2 very things, then only we can understand the concept of motion. Look, try to understand. Change in position. Simply, if I have an object at point A, okay, and it's moving here to here. When it moves from here to here, it might has covered some distance. Simple. When an object covers some distance, it means that it might have changed its position. So, when there is change in position, there must be one thing, that's distance. It must have covered some distance. So, we may say that if an object is covering a distance, it means it is changing its position. The next thing is very much important. Point of reference. What is this point of reference? It is a point from which the distance of the object can be measured. It's a point from which the distance of an object can be measured. And let me tell you, this point is always fixed. Now, don't think that fixed means it is at rest. Fixed means you have fixed this point. Now you can't change that point. Let me take you an example. For example, I am taking this door as a point of reference and I am standing here. So there must be some distance between that door and me. Now what I am trying to do, I am changing my position and I am changing my position with respect to that door. So with respect to that door, I am in motion. Now let me take another example. Assume there is a person like me who is stand along with me and is moving along with me. For example, there's a person, he is moving along with me. He is moving and also I am moving. So with respect to that very person, my distance is not changing. Let's assume that there's a gap of 1 meter between he and me. He is also moving, I am also moving parallelly with him. So the distance between the two persons is not changing. So it means that my position with respect to that person is not changing. So technically speaking, I am not in motion. I may be in movement. I am in movement, but I am not in motion. So this motion is a technical term. It only exists when an object changes its position with respect to a fixed point. And that fixed point doesn't mean that fixed point can be at rest. Because in first example, I took that door as an example, and second, I took that another person who's walking along with me. The thing means that the person is fixed. You can't change that point of reference. So whenever an object changes its position with respect to another point called a point of reference, it's said to be motion. Okay. So this point must be fixed. Now let me give you two examples. Assume that this is a bus and there are two persons who are traveling in the bus. Okay. Next is a bus stop. And the person is already waiting here for the bus. Okay? He's waiting for the bus. He has traveled somewhere. Assume this is a school bus and the student is waiting here. Okay? There are so many situations arising here. Look. Let's consider these two persons. With respect to each other, with respect to, if I am taking this boy A as point of reference, with respect to that boy B, then boy B is at rest. Is that? Because it is not changing its position with respect to boy A. Again, the boy A is not changing its position with respect to boy B. But both of these boys A and B are changing their position with respect to boy C. Definitely. Look. They are at rest. Because they are resting at a seat. But actually, they are changing their position with respect to that person C. So technically speaking, they are in motion. But the point is, what you are taking as a point of reference. If you are taking point of reference as point C, then both of them are in motion. But if you are taking the point of reference as individually, then both are at rest. Now, look this confusing example. What about this point C? What about this point C? With respect to that bus stop, if I am taking bus stop as a point of reference, then the person C is at rest. Now what about this bus or what about these two persons? Is he in rest or in motion? Motion. He is not moving. There is no movement from his legs. But technically speaking, in terms of physics, he is in motion. Why? Because his position is changing with respect to those two persons. Assume that firstly the distance was 1 kilometer and in the next instant the distance is 500 meters. Is it? So technically speaking, it is changing its position with respect to the two persons in the bus. So technically speaking, he is in motion. This is the real concept of motion. So whenever an object changes its position with respect to another fixed point called the point of reference, the object is in motion. So the result is that motion is not a simple term. Motion is not a simple term. It is a relative term. It is a okay. Now, I said change in position. Whenever an object changes its position. Now let me tell you one thing. Whenever an object changes its position, one thing is involved, that is time. There is no physical quantity which can change without time. Any physical quantity, whether it's any physical quantity, time is involved. Any physical quantity, if it changes, it will change with time. So time is involved in each and everything. Regarding that, we have two types of motion. You might be knowing that we have uniform motion. And we have non-uniform. Okay, these are two different things, uniform motion and non-uniform. In order to understand these very two things, we need to understand distance versus displacement. If you want to understand the concept of uniform motion and non-uniform motion, we must be aware with distance and displacement. So we have to move towards distance and displacement. We'll finish there. What's the difference between distance and displacement? Anybody?
Yes, sir. Displacement is
Everybody of you has read that. Okay, distance or displacement.
Scalar quantity and vector quantity.
Those are the properties. I'm talking about the definition.
So displacement is the shortest distance.
Huh?
It's the shortest distance.
Shortest distance. Displacement.
Displacement.
Okay, I have distance and I have displacement. First, distance. What distance actually is? It is the total path length. It is the total path length
Covering area.
from the,
Starting point.
try to understand, from the initial position to the final position.
Position.
Because we are saying that object is changing its position. Then there must be an initial position, there must be a final position to the final position. Okay? Of an object. It's quite simple. For example, there is an object at point A and it is changing its position to point B such that the path length between A and B is 100 meters. So technically distance is 100 meters. So what about this? If this is 100 meters and this is 50 meters. So here distance how much? Simply you have to sum total algebraical sum the whole distance 100 meter plus 50 meters. It's what 150 meters. Another example is like this. If it's moving like this in circular fashion, in closed manner, okay? 100 meter, 50 meter, 100 meter and 50 meter. Then total distance is equal
300.
simply AB plus BC plus CD plus D. Okay, it's quite simple. But one thing is there, every time you are taking that distance into consideration, you are only taking values. Value, this numeral value. Okay? So, distance is a scalar quantity. Distance is a scalar quantity. What's a scalar quantity? Where we calculate only magnitude.
Magnitude.
Only magnitude. Magnitude means value, numeral value. You only calculate magnitude. Wherever from the object is moving, that is not to be taken into consideration. We only take the values into consideration. But, and let me tell you, distance is always positive. It can't be zero.
Modulus value.
Okay? It's always positive. It can't be negative. You can't say the distance is negative. But what about displacement?
It's vector quantity.
But when you take displacement into consideration, it's something else. What we say is that displacement is the shortest path length between the initial and final position of the object. Okay? For example, again I am taking as this A, B, C. Okay? Assume this is 4 meter. Okay, this is 3 meter. Okay? And the object is moving from A to B and B to C. Now I am not talking about distance, I am talking about displacement. And what I said is that displacement is the shortest distance between the initial and the final position of the object. Now this shortest distance may be like this. It may be like this. I have to reach from A to C. And it may be like this. Now what you have to consider, which one of these paths is the shortest? The shortest is always the straight path. So you have to nullify these very two paths. So the shortest path is this. then you will calculate this. For example, technically it's 5 meter. But you must look into one thing is that in which direction
Direction
you
you
are
have.
moving. You are not moving like this. You are not moving like this. You are directly moving from A to means in a particular direction. For example, this direction is east direction. This is west direction. Then this must be north and this must be south. So in which direction we are moving?
East to north.
This is east, this is west, this is south, and this is north. So this is northwest.
Northwest.
This is northwest. So I am moving 5 meter northwest.
West.
So it's a particular direction. Okay. So there are two things. This is the numerical value called magnitude, and this is called direction. So in displacement, two things are to be taken in consideration. One is what the value of the distance you are taking,
And
in
direction.
which direction we are going, because we have to move straight from A to C, from initial to final position. So when these two things are involved, we call it as a
Vector
quantity. Okay. So displacement is a
Vector quantity.
Okay, now I have a question for you. If you have understood each and everything, I have a question. What is the condition? What is the condition for an object? Condition of an object when distance is always equal to displacement. एक ऑब्जेक्ट की डिस्टेंस और डिस्प्लेसमेंट कब बराबर हो?
Drawing straight line.
Very good. When the object is moving in a
Straight line.
सब समझ आ रहा है. If an object is moving in a straight line, for example, A, B, and C. For example, this is 10 meter and this is 10 meter. Here distance is equal to 20 meter. Now displacement is a straight path
Same.
between. Okay. Again the displacement is equal to 20. Okay. Another question. What is the condition that displacement is 0? I said
If
distance
starting
can
and
never be
final
negative.
point
It
is
can't be
same.
negative. Whatever the condition when
Initial
displacement
and
is
final
0.
point is same.
Same.
Huh? When initial and
Final point are
is
same.
What does that mean? What is the condition that initial and the final point is same? When the object is moving in
Moving
a
in a
closed path.
Closed.
While from it has started, it will
end
end at that point. Very good. For example, I am taking this example into consideration again. A, B, C, and D. 100 meter. Okay, 10 meter, 10 meter, 5 meter, 5 meter. Okay. In displacement, we only take initial point and final
Final
point.
point.
Here you can see that the object started from A, then to B, then to C, then to D, again to
A.
So the 2 points, initial point and the
Final
point,
point.
coincide. When
Coincide
they
each other.
coincide, there is no change in position, there is no
Position.
distance between initial and final. Displacement is equal.
zero.
Okay. Displacement is equal to 0.
Zero.
So we can say that displacement can be
0.
okay. And displacement can be negative as well. If it again moves like this, okay, then you are going opposite in the direction, okay. You understood?
Yes. So
Concept of motion. Now what's motion? If an object changes its position with respect to a fixed
Point of reference.
and that fixed point is called as point of reference. Okay. And what's movement is simply the change in the position. And there is no reference point taken into consideration. Then there was two types of motion, uniform and non-uniform. So we not moved towards that part. So the next was distance and displacement. So what is distance? It is the total path length from initial point to
final point.
And what is displacement?
Shortest path length.
I'm finishing here, but I'm giving you a situation. कि आप में से किसी ने वो coin का toss वाला game खेला है? Somebody call it Thara and Nanuk like that, head and tail. Head or tail. Assume with your friend you are playing a game in a bus. मानो कि एक बस के अंदर आप एक गेम खेल रहे हो, हेड और टेल. आपके साथ आपकी फ्रेंड सीट पे बैठी हुई है. जब आप उस कॉइन को ऊपर फेंकते हो, वो कॉइन कहाँ आता है? हाथ में आता
नीचे.
है. आप में से किसी ने वो सेम गेम छत पे जाके खेला है? वही गेम अगर हम छत पे जाके खेलेंगे, गाड़ी चल रही है, when you push the coin upwards, आप उसको वापस कैच पकड़ सकते हो?
No.
वो कहाँ गई, कॉइन कहाँ जाएगा, पीछे। वाई बस तो वही है ना, आप उसी बस में नीचे भी ट्रेवल कर रहे हो, ऊपर भी ट्रेवल कर रहे हो। वाई इट हैपेंस एंड
Bus
डोंट
is
कॉल
in
मी कि
motion.
आया उसको पीछे धक्का दिया।
We are in motion.
हाँ
Because we are moving.
We are in
बस
motion.
moving, आप हम चाहे बस के अंदर बैठे हो, छत के ऊपर बैठे हो, बस तो मूव ही कर रही है ना।
When we are inside the bus, it makes a one system. It makes a one system.
कहाँ पे?
Inside the bus.
Talking about the system.
System and surrounding. There is a threat of surroundings. When we are outside of the bus.
एक तो ये है, दूसरा कंडीशन ये है, ओके। तो अब क्या बोल रहे हैं, यहाँ पे क्या है,
This is one system. It forms one system. Person and this bus.
and at the bus there are two systems.
Yes.
Which one?
Surrounding.
One is the bus and the other is the surrounding.
Yes. Outside of the bus. Outside of the bus.
Look actually what is happening here. I talked about point of reference.
Reference.
Let me tell you one thing. The area in which that motion is happening is called a frame of reference. मैं उधर नहीं चला गया कि थोड़ा हायर लेवल कॉन्सेप्ट है. Frame of reference. If an object is moving with reference to a frame of reference, again it is in motion.
Motion.
For example, when you are doing this experiment in a bus, consider this is the frame of reference. And both of the objects are lying in that frame of reference. When they are doing that experiment, whole frame of reference is moving along with the bus. So technically, in that frame of reference, everything is at
Rest.
So when they are tossing a coin, it definitely will land on the hand. But when the same experiment is done over the bus, then assume that this is the frame of reference. Definitely, na?
Yeah.
So when this
is
person
motion.
is pushing the coin upwards, but what is happening?
Bus is moving.
forward. So technically speaking, the frame of reference is shifting to this very position.
Yes.
है कि नहीं? The frame of reference is shifting.
Shifting.
वो इस बस पे ट्रेवल कर रहे थे, जब बस ने आगे लिया तो उन दोनों को साथ लेके गए। अगर वो हवा में रह जाते तो वो कॉइन उनके हाथ में आता। लेकिन जब इस फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस से दो चीजें निकल गई, कौन कौन, ये दो बंदे, ये कहाँ पहुंच गए, यहाँ। लेकिन उसका जो फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस था वो तो उधर ही है,
वही
क्योंकि
है।
कॉइन उस वाले फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस में। तो टेक्निकली स्पीकिंग, दे आर मूविंग, दे आर चेंजिंग देयर पोजीशन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू दैट फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस। सो दे आर इन
Motion.
So when they are motion, वो हाथ में नहीं आएगा। So these things ever happen in our common life, but we don't notice them. Okay? This was all about motion.